Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play a song that is on the Billboard Greatest of All Time list, and that is I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. So basically this song is great to know how to play whether you are a beginner or a super advanced guitarist. This is because in the time of classic rock, most songs actually involved a very simple chord progression. This allowed for other members of the band to shred as much as they'd like and add as much improv as they'd like as well. This song in particular uses a very common and classic chord progression. That is the 1-4-5 chord progression, or do, fa, so. For this song, we're going to be doing it in the key of D major. So that means the chords are going to be D major for 1, G major for 4, and A major for 5. It's going to sound like this. 1, 4, G major, and 5. A major, or do, fa, so. So before I jump into the technicalities of how to actually play the chords, I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate the first verse and chorus of I Love Rock and Roll. It goes like this. I saw him dancing there by the record machine. I knew he must have been about 17. Strong, played my favorite song, and I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me, yeah, me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me, yeah, me. Singing I love rock and roll, so put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll, so go and take your time and dance with me. So that's basically it. That same progression repeats throughout the song. So let's go ahead and learn how to play the chords. So the fingers on your hand are actually numbered in terms of playing guitar. So the first finger is your index finger, second, middle, third, ring, and fourth, pinky. For this song, we're actually not going to need the fourth finger at all, so you don't have to worry about that. The first chord we're going to learn how to play is the D major chord. For the D major chord, you're going to start by placing your first finger on the third string in the second fret closest to the first fret. So right here. Then you're going to place your second finger in the middle of the very last string, the E string, still on the second fret. Then you're going to place your third finger on the fifth string, the B string, in the third fret, but closest to the second fret, just like this. Then you're going to want to play omitting the top string, the E string, because E is not in the triad of D major. So omitting the first string and playing from the A string down, it sounds like this. With a D major chord, or any chord in general, you may find yourself hearing something like this instead of this. This is because your hand is most likely pulled back like this, and you're squeezing all the strings together, rather than placing your arm out and gently like this. So just be wary of that. The fourth chord in the key of G major, sounds and looks like this. Go ahead and start by placing your third finger in the middle of the third fret on the top string, the E string, like this. Then place your first finger on the second string, the A string, the second fret, closest to the bar of the third fret, like this. Then go ahead and place your third finger all the way at the bottom on E string, closest to the fourth fret. And then for the G major chord, you actually don't have to worry about omitting any strings. It's just going to sound like this. The A major chord, or the 5 chord in the key of D major, is really quite simple. Basically, you're going to take your first 3 fingers and place them in a diagonal line, starting with the third string, the D string, just like this. So it goes. First finger closest to the first fret and the second fret, third on the G string, and fourth on the B string, just like this. For the A major chord, you actually don't have to worry about omitting any strings because the top string, E, is 5 in the key of A. It sounds like this without omitting it. However, some people do like to omit it to get a cleaner sound like this. Completely up to you. As far as strumming pattern goes, I'm sure you can tell I was doing a. This is to kind of imitate the classic percussion sequence that's found in classic rock. So I just thought it makes it a little more authentic, but completely up to you to do it as you like. So let's go ahead and try to piece it together. It starts with the one chord. I saw him dancing there by the record machine. I knew he must have been about 7. On teen, we're going to switch to a new chord, the 5 chord, A major. If you remember that, it's placing all 3 fingers in a diagonal. About 17. Then you're going to move to G major. The beat was going on strong, back to A major. Strong. Playing to D major. Playing my favorite, back to G major. Song. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with. And then you're going to move to A major until the chorus. Me and me. I could tell it wouldn't be long till he was with me and me. And then the chorus is where we really see the chord progression come into play. 1, 4, 5. I love rock and roll, so put